So I am absolutely thrilled to introduce this year's IPR Lifetime Achievement Award winner. This is given to an individual who has made major contributions to the practice of public relations, including effective use of research. The individual's character exemplifies leadership while also living the values of integrity, humility, and stewardship. And today I'm honored to introduce Maril MacDonald. Oh, I have a whole speech, Maril, hold on. So I met Maril when I was a professor and a new Page member. She was so larger than life, she was like a complete celebrity. And she was, as they say, ruling the school with her service to Page and other industry groups when there wasn't a lot of women doing that. We just looked up to Maril so much. She is so passionate about our industry. Sometimes people receive awards because they did something great at their organization, but Maril's reach is so industry-wide. She has helped so many people that don't even touch Gagen and her work there. More than 20 years ago, she started Gagen MacDonald, and she told me a story, I remember this, Maril, that when she started, she had 3 job codes, in their system. Her only client at the time, Page Society and IPR. And she told me from the outset that giving back was always what she wanted to do. When IPR was developing a strategic plan, Maril volunteered, and one of her team members, Patricia Bayerlein, who's here tonight, led this initiative for 6 months, and it changed us as an organization. I've been to some of her workshops for women in leadership, and she invests in making people stronger. I've also had the opportunity to spend time with Maril's family, most who are here, her husband, Mark, her daughter, Killian. Her daughter, Morgan, just had a baby. That was the reason why she didn't come to our regional event, because her daughter had a baby the next day. We forgave her. It was fine. We did miss you, though. If you know Maril, you know her true passion is horses. And she has a farm in Wisconsin named after her parents, Mary Budd Farm. She's transforming the farm for equestrian leadership programs. So I spent time with Maril on Mary Budd Farm this summer, and she changed my life. The thing about Maril and what I've seen, not just with me, but all the people she comes in contact with, is she doesn't even realize the sort of change she has on people. She's so dedicated, and she's just so freaking smart. She's so smart. So before I call her up here, I have to tell a quick Maril story. We were at Mary Budd Farm, and we were standing next to a horse. I'm not really a horse person. I mean, they're super cute, but I'm not a horse person. I was standing next to Magic and holding the rope. And of course, Magic is like, I can take down this lady. I'm gonna eat her clothes and just mess with her. And I was like, stop, Magic, stop, just stop. And so he's like the sweetest horse. And I was like, hey, it's easy, Magic. So Maril knew I was a little horse hesitant, which is a really great thing about the equestrian leadership program is horses are very present. They sense you, and that's how they respond. So Magic was not going to listen to me. So Maril just took his rope, gave him a tug, and whispered in his ear. I'm not even joking. And then he straightened up. And I was like, oh my God, she is the horse whisperer, the literal horse whisperer. And so when I asked her, she said she wanted me to introduce her, I thought about that. And I thought she really is a horse whisperer. She is just this calming presence about her. She's just strong and amazing. She helps us be better, and she heals our spirits like the horse whisperer. I could go around and ask people about how Maril has touched them and impacted their lives, and they would all tell you a story. But I only have 3 minutes, so Nikki's going to yell at me if I don't hurry up. So I just wanted to thank you, Maril, for everything that you have done for me, for everybody you've touched, for this industry over the long haul. I am absolutely honored to give this award to you. So everyone, please join me in celebrating your 2021 IPR Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Maril MacDonald.
Wow. Thank you, Tina. Those 3 minutes were worth a lifetime. I really appreciate it. Wasn't the introduction I was expecting about the horses, but I'm glad you got that in there. Thank you. So, Tina, I've learned so much from you, and I'm always in awe of your leadership and your passion. And I know I speak for all of us by saying it's truly remarkable how you've raised the bar for our profession. And I think we all should give Tina a round of applause. And I want to congratulate Allison and Marcia, because it's such an honor to share this stage with you. And the 5 students, you're going to do such incredible things. And, you know, we're all here looking at the next generation and saying we're in great shape. And thank you to IPR for this Lifetime Achievement Award. It's been a blessing to spend my career among so many of you who are leaders in advancing the science beneath the art of public relations. And now you're giving me the joyous and overwhelming experience of joining the ranks of past honorees, who include my lifetime mentors and my friends, people such as Marjorie Krause, Bill Nielsen, Pat Ford, Mike Fernandez, Roger Bolton, Wendy Strong, Ray Kocher, and the late Harold Burson, just to name a few. The people in this room and on Zoom have made life better for consumers, employees, everyone, by using research and innovation to really help companies communicate more effectively. As you all know, one of IPR's priorities is helping companies to better develop metrics. That's important work, because we all know that better metrics lead to better decisions for companies as well as for all of us. Of course, metrics only work if you know what you want to measure. So what's on your measuring stick? Or put another way, what really matters? It's an important question. In the past 20 months, COVID upended life as we know it, and in effect, the world experienced a radical experiment in what really matters to people. Companies tossed out their old business models and created new ones. The employee experience changed drastically overnight. In the middle of it all, social unrest and political turmoil seemed to boil over. What's so remarkable is that all of this happened when we were at home, slowed down, isolated, and surrounded by the people for whom we care the most. And so, as the world was lurching into something new, we had the time and the space to think about it. And what did we think about? We thought about what really matters. And thanks to social media, Zoom, and other technologies, the Imaginelle cells have found each other. Imaginelle cells. That's likely a term unfamiliar to many of you, although some of you have heard me talk about this before. In fact, my leadership program is called the Imaginelle cell. These are the cells within a caterpillar that contain the blueprint for a butterfly. And when the caterpillar breaks down into a sort of gooey mess, the Imaginelle cells all find each other, and they create a butterfly. Not a better caterpillar, but something entirely new and beautiful, something that soars. I believe this is what business is experiencing now. Over the last 2 years, we've seen our systems break down, and we're creating a totally new way of working. The Imaginelle cells have found each other. And we're witnessing a marvelous transformation based on the things that really matter. First, there's now great value on safety and well-being for ourselves and for our loved ones. The days of demanding that employees sacrifice their mental and physical health or important family time are over. Second, people want flexibility and autonomy in their lives, and they're demanding it, and we've learned that companies can give it to them and remain fully functional. Third, we've reaffirmed that people need community. We're social animals, and we need to be part of something larger than ourselves. And more we get that through our work. In fact, at the summit today, Marcia shared with us a McKinsey finding that 70% of employees are saying their sense of purpose is defined by their work. So we need to ask ourselves, as leaders, how can we foster that community, that sense of purpose? How can we truly transform the employee experience? We can do it by recognizing that people want their work to matter. They want to learn and grow and deploy their greatest gifts. They want to be heard, to be seen, to belong. They want to count. The great resignation and the great exhaustion has led to the great reflection. And it's a widespread thirst for meaning, belonging, and equity at work. We're seeing the possibilities and the beauty instead of the grub-like drudgery, the butterflies replacing the caterpillar. In C-suite after C-suite, how people feel is now topic number one. The past 21 months have made the world realize that people really matter. We're recognizing that our measuring stick is all about humanity. So as much as I'm honored by this recognition of my career so far, I have to say that my focus is on the possibilities ahead. We've been quietly building an army of people that believe love in business is good business. And I'm thrilled that companies are asking themselves the questions that I've been engaged in for more than 30 years. How can we build a better culture? How can we authentically engage our teams so they're fulfilled, they're productive, they're effective? My career before starting Gagen MacDonald was on the corporate side and gave me a unique insight on corporate culture. I worked for many different functions: HR, finance, operations, corporate communication, and marine transportation. Those experiences helped me to see that the solution to corporate dysfunction is usually found in what I call the white space between the silos. You all know what they are. They're those hard to understand challenges that no one quite owns. The rapid pace of innovation, fast-changing customer expectations, societal tensions, deep mistrust, and now we can even add the higher expectations that employees and customers have post-pandemic. The white space between the silos is the corporate version of the gooey mess. And as leaders, with the right approach, we can turn it into something beautiful. To succeed, companies need to embrace the idea of permanent transformation. They need to realize that they aren't static bundles of silos led by a heroic leader. They're ever-evolving ecosystems that should aim to maximize the talent and the expertise of their people. Successful companies in this era of permanent transformation will be the ones that really excel at three things that change everything. First, a compelling story. One that everyone can see themselves in, one that everyone can tell. You're all experts at that. Next, we need committed leaders who make that story come alive in the workplace. A committed leader doesn't try to do it all. Instead, the leader helps employees connect their work to the company's larger purpose, to achieve their personal and professional goals and bring their ideas to life. The committed leader is a host, not a hero. A host who works across the silos and enables the imaginal cells to find each other. The third thing that changes everything is an intentional roadmap. We all know you can't inspire and unite complex people with a Gantt chart. You can't transform a company with a project mindset alone. An intentional roadmap addresses all aspects of the employee experience, not just tasks and deadlines, but relationships and feelings. The goal is to foster harmonious collaboration so that everyone understands where we're going and why, and that we can all get there together. Our work in this exciting time is to help companies foster that sort of transformation so people can find fulfillment by making the best of their gifts and their passions. I want to thank all of you who've helped me transform and grow over the years, the mentors who inspired me and encouraged me, the amazing colleagues who've always had my back, and the clients who've invited me into their journey so that I could contribute what I could. I wouldn't be standing here without you. And of course, to my husband, Mark, my daughters, Morgan and Killian, and my son-in-law, Tom, thank you as always for your love and support. And as I say those words, it sounds so small compared to the magnitude of what you've given me. In closing, it's been a humbling experience to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award from the people I so greatly respect. But if I'm honest, I'm even more humbled to admit that I've lived a lifetime. That makes the time I have left that much more precious. I've waited a lifetime for organizations to truly realize that people and their feelings do really matter. And it took a pandemic to make it happen. And I'm not going to let that moment go to waste. Thank you very much.